Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Tarkir Dragonstorm draft here on the channel. If you enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. Let's see what we're working with in our first pack. Well, this is literally the greatest opening pack you could have in the format because these are the two best mythics in the set, Ugin and Jeskai Revelation. Now, I am going to take Ugin here, but if Ugin was not in this pack, I would be windmill slamming the Jeskai Revelation. And our third rare is honestly a pretty good card too. So like, don't sleep on this card. But the reason I'm taking Ugin here is not only is it incredibly powerful, but it's also colorless. So I am guaranteed to include this card in my deck. Jeskai Revelation is a card that I am pretty much guaranteed to include in my deck. But if Jeskai isn't open, then it might be off of a splash. And so it might make my mana a little bit worse. But this card is also incredible. I mean, these two are like the top two rares / mythics in the set. Getting both of them in the same pack. I literally opened the pack, saw the Jeskai Revelation, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then I saw Ugin, and I was like, oh my gosh. Somebody's getting past a Jeskai Revelation, by the way. So I might not even want to go into Jeskai because the person is going to be playing Jeskai almost 100%, and I'm not going to get any Jeskai cards back too. Following up Ugin, I think it's a very clear Sibzig Appraiser. This card is going to dig me towards my Ugin. It's a fantastic card. It's really, really premium, and it's a pretty easy pick. Yathen Roadwatcher does some stuff. I mean, it's a 4-drop in Abzan. That kind of not really where I want to be. The Constrictor Sage is fine. Channel Dragonfire would be my second pick out of this pack. Just a nice little deal 2 to any target. But we're very happy to take a Sibzig Appraiser here. And honestly, Ugin can go into any deck, but playing him in a deck that has like card selection to find him more frequently is definitely a nice plus. Okay, now pick 3. There is Einok Wayfarer as an option. There is Unending Whisper as an option. I don't think I'm going to take the Whisper. And then Rakshasa is solid. I think I'm just going to take the Einok Wayfarer. I think it's a better card than the Unending Whisper. I love my Teamer decks. And I also think that Sultai would be a fine home for Ugin because there's some good card selection in Sultai, like Gurmag Nightwatch. Looking at the top 3, every time you can dig deeper into your deck towards Ugin, you're very happy. So that's kind of the philosophy there. I don't love Karu Goldkeeper as much. I don't take it super highly, so I don't end up with it as much. But I love the Einok Wayfarer. And for those saying, oh, what if you mill Ugin? You know, that happens sometimes. It could also just be that Ugin is lower in my deck, so milling 3 cards gets me closer to Ugin. That's kind of how you have to think about self-mill. Like, you're going to have cards like Unending Whisper in your deck, and you'd rather be able to mill those over, and yeah. Well, this is just about the perfect card for me. I've already started off with some, like, lanes into Sultai. I've got the Sibzig Appraiser. I've got the Einok Wayfarer. Getting an Awaken the Honored Dead is really, really nice. You cannot get back Ugin with this. It's a creature or land from your graveyard to your hand, but you can get some good stuff back. You can have like a random land in the late game. Discard that. I think Sultai Monument's also good. The Thornwood Falls is good. The Caustic Exhale is good. Evolving Wilds is good. I like Dragonstorm Globe. This pack has so many good cards in it. And honestly, even Equilibrium Adept is a pretty good card. So this one has good options in it. If I wasn't taking the Awaken the Honored Dead, I think I might take the Thornwood. I mean, I probably wouldn't. There's Sultai Monument, Evolving Wilds. There's a lot of good options here, but I think getting an Awaken the Honored Dead is a good place to be. Now it's a little bit trickier. There is Auroral Procession, which I don't love, though having Ugin in the deck does make Auroral Procession better, because if you mill over Ugin, then Auroral Procession is like drawing an Ugin. Martyr Devotee is really good, but we're really far from doing that. Rugged Highlands, I think, is going to be my pick, because Teamer splashing black for Awaken the Honored Dead, or just playing Teamer in general, is a fine place to be. And getting the lands really helps you do that. Or playing Sultai splash a Teamer card, so that's what I'm going to take. And now there is... I don't love the Rejuvenator. Windscarred Crag isn't really the direction I'm going either. This pack is overall pretty weak. I think I'm going to take Teamer Tawny back over the Rainveil Rejuvenator. The best card is Rally of the Monastery. This card's really good, but white isn't really on the agenda with the colors that I currently have. It's kind of like any color but white. And Teamer Tawny back's a pretty good card. I don't really like the Rainveil Rejuvenator. 4 mana is just a lot, and you can get some pretty good cards, and you don't really ramp out a ton of stuff for that. I'd rather just play the Tawny back. Better stats. 4/3. 3 mana a lot of the time. Overall, and also, as we've established, draw a card, discard a card is good when you're digging towards your Ugin. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how we've navigated this draft. Hopefully you've seen, I mean, if we had started with the Jeskai Revelation, passing an Ugin, which we would never do. Geez, like that's like the one card that I was like, wow, maybe that's close. Because that card is messed up. Like you can't lose the game when you cast that card. You can lose the game when you cast Ugin. It's not super likely, but you can. I think I might take the Auroral Procession now or Unending Whisper. Those are the two options. I think I'll just take the Unending Whisper. I generally don't love the Auroral Procession. I have not prioritized it highly in the past, and I don't think I'm going to start prioritizing it now. I'd rather just get more card advantage into the deck. If I mill over Ugin, so be it. I can win with other things for that game. And having Unending Whisper makes my other self-mill cards better. Okay. Maybe I take this card. I don't think it's very good, though. I mean, these cards are all not great, so I guess I will take the Rite of Renewal over the Embermouth Sentinel. And now there's Focus the Mind, and there's Bloodfell Caves. I think I'm going to take Bloodfell Caves. Focus the Mind is nice, but I already have a little bit of card advantage from this and this. And the Bloodfell Caves makes my 4-color deck look a little bit more appealing. So I think I'll just take the land because it's going to be more premium than the card advantage. And again, taking the land over card advantage. My 4-color mana base has just gotten a lot better. And perfect, we got the Gurmag Nightwatch. Aggressive Negotiations is a card that I kind of want to try. Just because there are a lot of expensive good cards in the set. But I think Gurmag Nightwatch is perfect. I am pretty much a Sultai deck. Ooh, Sultai Monument is perfect. So at this point, I'm going to play Sultai and then potentially splash red. Or just use the lands to maybe play a Temur Tawny back. Okay, Watcher of the Wayside is totally fine. Yeah, Sultai is definitely looking the most open here. This pack is also incredible. I mean, there's a lot of good cards. If we could wheel Dismal Backwater, I'd be pretty happy. I think I might take the Traveling Botanist. 2 mana, 2/3, just holds the fort pretty well. I'm base blue-green. I don't need to play this. These are all kind of in the speculative red pile. If I play red, I'll play the Temur Tawny back because I'll occasionally cast it for 3. But yeah, I love the Traveling Botanist. I also really like Dispelling Exhale, the Dragon, and Wingblade Disciple is a good card. Right now, I'd rather get a 2-drop, though, so I will take this over the Wingblade Disciple, though this would be my second pick out of the pack. Mox Jasper. Take this if you're playing in real life because it's worth money. But for now, I think I do love Molten Exhale, but I'd rather just take an on-color Exhale, considering my color situation. And Dragon's Prey is a solid card, but comparable to the Piercing Exhale in a lot of cases. And black is going to be my splash color, I think. I guess I could technically be black-green base, but I don't really see any reason to do this. I'd rather just take the Piercing Exhale, move on with my life. Beautiful. Now we get a Sultai land. Gurmag Rakshasa is totally fine. It's totally solid top end. You can definitely play this happily. And I would play it. Double black is a little bit tricky for your 3-color decks. But this is the perfect land, and it's going to make my mana a lot smoother. I don't really want to play this Rite of Renewal. I'm just going to move it to the speculative pile. Currently, my Sultai mana is looking pretty good, but getting this is going to make it exponentially better. And now we get another Sultai card. Perfect. And this makes it less likely, again, that I'm going to want the Rite of Renewal. I will want some good creatures to get back. It's a nice value. This can get Ugin, but I'm just not going to count on milling Ugin over and wanting to do that. Really happy with a Lion Weight. My creature count is currently a bit low. 6 creatures. A couple of them are these guys, so... And definitely cards that we can play, but we'll keep them in the speculative pile for now. This makes a couple creatures. Botanist. I think we'll take the Rakshasa now. Having access to a big value creature. Plays well with Lion Weight. Plays well with Awaken the Honored Dead. Yeah, I would like to take the Rugged Highlands for a red splash, but I don't really need it right now. Auroral Procession, I don't think that card's a priority, as we've already established. And now we just keep taking Sipzig Appraisers. I'm a big fan of Sipzig Appraiser. This card is fantastic, does everything you want. Not a huge fan of Glacier Wood Siege. Rearrange rebuff is fine. We could technically splash an Abzan card. I'm just going to take Unending Whisper, though. 2 copies of that might be too many. I don't think I ever have room for more than 1 in my deck. Tawny back's fine. I'll just take the land. You never know what you'll open. This card's great. Pretty easy Evolving Wilds, though. I think the Serpent is fine, but worse than an Evolving Wilds. And we wield the Dismal Backwater and also the Dispelling Exhale. Dispelling Exhale is definitely more powerful than Dismal Backwater. I'm going to take it. It's one of the best commons in the set. It's like, if it's not a premium common, I would take the Dismal Backwater. I honestly am shocked that the Dispelling Exhale wield. Molten Exhale now. I'm not going to miss an Ice Ridge Serpent, but if I open up a red rare that I want to splash, I might as well have this card as an option to splash too. I will take the Roamer's Routine. 1 copy can be a pretty good addition to some of these decks. And then Tawny back. Nice. I guess I could take this guy. No, we'll just take the Tawny back. So, like, if I was to splash red for the Molten Exhale and the Tawny backs, I mean, it could happen, but I don't think I want to right now. It's more so if I open a really good Teamer rare or something like that. And this card's like, oh, I opened a Jeskai Revelation or something. Well, we've opened up Meringue River Regent, which is another one of the best rares in the set. Perfect card with Lion, Wait, and Awaken the Honored Dead. Just a fantastic card to get back. So this is a really easy pick. Slam dunk. My deck is fantastic. I think Rot Curse Rakshasa is also really good. If you mill this over or get in your graveyard somehow, it just does good work. The renew ability is really nice. And then this guy's going to wheel, so that's nice for me. It's looking less and less likely that I'm going to need the red, but that's okay. I like getting a Durgar Island Dragon here. It gives me a dragon for my Dispelling Exhale. It gives me another big creature. And I just have found this card to perform really well. Now I have 2 dragons for my Exhale. Taking Exhale over land, I think, is going to pay off. So I have 20 playables, but it's really 17 playables. And Team Tawny back can be a 4-drop in my deck if I need it to be. But every card in here is totally great. Again, I would love to get the land, and you just have to be willing to pick your battles. My deck doesn't have a ton of interaction. I've got Lion Wait, Awaken the Honored Dead. This is kind of a kill spell. This can bounce some things. This is kind of a kill spell. This is a counter. So, Piercing Exhale. I've got a little bit of interaction. Kitchless Skimmer is just a great card, though. I've got some Harmonize. I've got this guy was a synergy piece with it. And yeah, Awaken the Honored Dead. But yeah, Kitchless Skimmer is great. I would love this dual land. I would love Caustic Exhale, but you got to take the premium cards for your deck. This is, again, a blue-red land, a blue-green land. But I think Dispelling Exhale is just better. And I am still towing the line on playables, so. Yeah. That's like, I've already established that as a bar for where I will take the dual lands over it. My gosh. Kishla Trawlers is too good to pass up as well. Good thing my mana is pretty chill. Like, I might not be able to play this Gurmag Rakshasa because double black might be too tricky, but I don't actually have that many black cards. Like, this is technically double black as well. But I'm mostly blue-green. Frontier Bivouac I will take over the second Durgar Island Dragon, I think. Though I kind of want the Durgar Island Dragon. It's just, this is the one of those cards that I can be like, yep, it's going to be better to have the land for my mana base. Okay, there's a Roamer's Routine that I don't want, but I don't want these other cards either, so I'll just take it. I guess I'll just take the uncommon to build the collection. I'm not going to play the Roamer's Routine ever. Agent of Codis isn't great. Essence Anchor is interesting. Aggressive Negotiations. Maybe this will be my chance to try Aggressive Negotiations. Off the splash. Beautiful. We got the Unending Whisper back. I have plenty of 2-drops, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't need the Undergrowth Leopard. Two mana, 3/3, sure. I'm not sure that taking that second Unending Whispers was worth it. It might have been better to take the 2/2 Leopard over it. So this is the build right now. So this is bad. I'm just going to cut all the cards that are like kind of bad or potentially bad. The double black cards might be hard to play. I have 2 dragons for my 2 exhales. I kind of wanted to take this, but I think the tap land was better at the time. So these cards are double black cards. How many black sources do I need to get double black reliably? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black cards. I don't have a lot of green cards either. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green cards. 7, I guess. 7 green cards. So my last couple spots in the deck, it's definitely want to have heavy blue. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue, 10 blue. Nice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green. -1 black, +1 green, because my green cards are 2-drops. That gives me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue. 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I have 1 more blue than I have black. So it goes 9, 8, 3, 6, and then this is going to get black mana a lot of the time. I think that's honestly pretty reasonable mana. In order to get to my cards a little bit sooner and to play with my synergy pieces a little bit more, I'm tempted to include this Roamer's Routine. My 2-drops is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 good 2-drops. I'm going to play 1-teamer Tawny back. I can sometimes cast it for 3 with my Bivouac, and usually I'll cast it for 4 and it'll be fine. Play 1 Roamer's Routine to ramp up towards my expensive cards, because I do have a few 6-drops and 7-drops. And I can maybe, yeah, I'm just going to play 2 teamers Tawny backs, I think. I could play the 2-mana 3/3 or 2-mana 2/1 that can get some utility, but I don't think that's particularly useful. Actually, I'm going to play 1 Rite of Renewal, maybe. 12 creatures is a little bit low. Yeah, let's just play the Tawny back as a 4-mana 4/3 loot. That's an okay card. Could also play one of these to make the Team Rotani back come in as a 3-drop sometimes. Yeah, let's do that. Add up to my creature count a substantial amount. And helps my green sources a little bit. And overall should be good. Let's get some wins, and I will see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel and my work at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon support helps me make high quality content on a consistent basis that will help you improve at draft and have more fun playing Magic the Gathering. Patrons also gain access to exclusive bonus resources like my card by card tier list, where I grade every card in the set on an A through F scale, and my format thoughts document, where I provide extra insights and stuff that I'm thinking about while playing the format. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It really does make a big difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We've got an easily keepable hand. The Rot Curse plays great with the Piercing Exhale. I don't have blue mana yet, but that will be remedied at some point. Maybe he'll find some. Playing against Mardu. Beautiful. Got the blue mana. And a big creature to get back later with stuff. Okay, the Disciple, sure. Just going to hold up my Dispelling Exhale. Next turn I can go Rakshasa into Punch, and then I can go Kishla Trawlers, exile my creature from my graveyard, punch again, something else. But for now, we can afford to be patient. I guess I should have hit them for 1. I was playing around like pretty much nothing. If they had tapped out, I would have used this, but if they could just be holding an easy counter spell. I'm trying to determine whether to play Sibzik Appraiser. Well, they have their own Dispelling Exhale to use. If they don't, I want to just dig for my good cards. And playing around counter spells when they don't have one, or one that they don't want to use, or whatever. And I kind of think they have the 4 mana one that can counter only non-creatures. Shiko, sure. So they get a Wingblade guy back, sure. Next turn I can play Gurmag Rakshasa, kill their 2/2 guy. Sure. So I'm holding this guy in play because he'll be great with Harmonize and stuff. They're killing my 3-2, I guess. And this guy can discard the Temur Devotee, which is not going to be useful. I do remember that this can attack. Make all their blockers useless. Fair enough. Sure. I suspect they might go for the Glacial Dragon Hunt here. Send in. And the next turn I easily have enough power. Sure. Get your Dragonstorm Globe. Or Boulderborn or whatever you want to get. They have not cast a lot of spells this game. They cast 1, 2, 3. Sure. 2, 4, 8, 10, 11. A little bit of a bummer, but, you know, not much I can do about that. The classic multiple Dragonstorm Globes. They need to get 4 blockers into play or 4 kill spells. This card is a lot worse when you don't have the dragons to back it up. But I think Frontier Bivouac was still better than taking a dragon. I still have plenty of playables. I don't really want the Teamer Devotee, though. I think I'm going to cut that one. Nice little win right there. Nice little win. I'm going to cut the Teamer Devotee for something more useful. Because it is kind of a liability when you're trying to attack your opponent. Bring in the 2/1. That if we mill it over to something, gets some value. I think that's a fine card to substitute in. Rumpelstiltskin. Our old nemesis. Oh yeah, immediately happier to see this card. And I love seeing another Sipsig Appraiser. Gonna get an island. Mardu aggro. Maybe the 3/3 would have been better here. I'm not going to assume that the Mardu deck is actually a 4-color deck that's splashing a island for a counterspell here. That's madness talking. Okay, I will take the Sultai Monument. Dragon's Prey, my 2/1. Well, that's a choice. Okay. Let's look for some sort of kill spell, maybe. This guy is a problem. Okay. I took 7, so I go to 5. Okay. This one might be a little hard to recover from. Hoping to mill a big creature here. That was not helpful. I mistapped. I meant to play my forest there. Okay, so I'm dead. Gosh. All Out Assault is a heck of a card. I still would have won this game if I had milled a big creature. Or if I just had one in my top few cards. Playing the Sultai Monument was a mistake. I meant to play Forest, but I played the wrong land by mistake. And so I would have been able to chump block this guy. They would have killed this. They would have killed this guy. I would have chump blocked it. Presumably lived. Next turn, played a couple more blockers. Playing this guy was so much better there. It's definitely what I was hoping to do. Especially because if I save the Sultai Monument to play alongside Ugin, I can kill 2 problematic things in 1 turn. So if I go with this guy, they kill it with their Molten Exhale. If they have another kill spell, I'm still dead. But I can chump block this thing. Let's just say they deploy another threat. On my turn, I play Kishla Trawlers. Get back. Dispelling Exhale or something. That feels bad. That feels bad. Oh my gosh. I played the wrong land. There's no excuse. No excuse. Especially because my Ugin makes it so that the Sultai Monument is so much better in my hand. Gosh. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking at all was the problem. Sometimes I just need to like read my cards. Like that's the thing. That's why I'm like a much better paper player than I am an arena player, because in paper I'm much more methodical about things, and on arena you can just like spam your cards out. And that was just pretty bad. Pretty inexcusably bad. Easy keep. Of course. Sure. Sure. Really don't want the random 2/1. One, two, three, four. Maybe they'll run out of removal spells eventually. Actually, not the end of the world. This is where I need a big spell. That is a big spell. Could I just draw Ugin off the top? Maybe it's a little bit much to ask. Okay, I've got a few draw steps. That was not helpful. Yep, I'm probably dead, because I can't imagine I draw a spell. Ooh, nice. Here we go. The no value Kishla Trawlers, just getting a creature into play to hopefully survive, but my opponent is just going to draw perfectly, so why would that matter? Okay, I could still draw Ugin as an out. Gosh, really unfortunate, you know? I haven't drawn my good cards a single time. I have the Meringue River Regent and Ugin, which are two of the best cards in the entire set, and 3 games in, I have drawn neither of them. Which is perfect, just what I like to hear. Actually, no, I drew Ugin once. It was in that game that I messed up. But I could have lost that one anyway if they just had a removal spell, like a second kill spell or another creature. There's a lot of ways I lose that one, but still, it sucks to kind of be in a spot where you can do something and then just do nothing instead. Gonna go get an island. This is gonna go get a swamp. Do this. They're probably going to kill the Kishla Skimmer. It is a removal magnet. It dies every time you play it. Okay. That would have been a good one to maybe counter, but might have done something else instead of playing it if it was irrelevant. So I already have forest, I already have swamp, I already have island. I already have double black for later. Nice. They might just activate the Jeskai Monument. Or not, you know. I'm certainly not complaining. Play another creature out. They have a kill spell for whatever they play. And then I can hold up the counter spell for their follow-up play. Yeah, I think I'll take an Ugin. Can't quite cast it yet, but that's okay. They just didn't play the land they exiled. That's kind of funny. Yeah, they realize. So if they have a Jeskai Revelation, they can't kill my Gurmag Rakshasa. Elspeth. Okay. I will raise your Elspeth and Ugin. Yes! Oh, I knew Ugin would win me the game. Perfect. The dream lives on. Nicely done, deck. I think we're 2-2 now. Somehow, 2-2 only. Oh my gosh. Well, we're 1-0 in the games we cast Ugin. Yep, I think this build is pretty good. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Yep. I think this is a worthwhile build. I could play this card instead of a forest just to play these for turn 3 sometimes, but I don't think that's worth it. Yeah. Because tap lands are a big cost, especially when you're trying to cast 7-drops on curve. Could see playing in negotiations still. I do kind of want to try it. It's so tricky, but yeah. I think I'll keep it like this for now, and I'll see you folks next round. Welcome to another round on the draw, but we have our Ugin, so our plan, survive until Ugin. Lead with this land because it's our green source for the skimmer. Ooh, they also have a late game strategy, maybe. Mayhaps. This is my chance to just deploy this. I don't need to deploy the skimmer all that much. So I already have this, so I can get a green source here. Sure, I'll walk into their kill spell. Next turn I have a play. I kind of have plays for the next few turns. And if this dies... Ooh, they didn't kill it. Perfect. So they'll have to waste mana on their turn killing it here. Yep. Which means they maybe aren't deploying their 4-drop. So like instead of playing this, they had to kill my guy. Okay, perfect. The Rakshasa can go to the graveyard where it wants to be anyway. Okay. I'm feeling very good about this. They don't have a counter spell. They're not really holding one up, at least. I could have played this guy instead. That actually would have been better. I was thinking I wanted to save this so I could at least get a trigger off of going this into this. But I'm just going to play the Rakshasa this next turn, and then I'm going to play Ugin, so. Okay. Sure, Mammoth below. Rather do it like this. Kill their big creature, make it more expensive to flash back their spell. Get rid of the best possible target for this. Okay. They can't flash back that this turn. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure. They're going to discard the bounce spell, I think, to kill the trawlers. Just going to exile their creature. That's going to be the make them able to do the most here.
There is clarity at this. Open your mind to possibility.
I will attack. They won't be able to block for a little bit. And this is only a 4/4. Even though it can deal 3 to Ugin.
Do not bring chaos here.
Well, that's pretty good.
My plan bears fruit.
A bit of synergy right there. Yeah, I'll hold up my counter magic. Could have played the botanist. They have 8 mana, but trying to stop them from double spelling seems good. Like if they just flash this back or something.
An unwise attack.
Did he just say an unwise attack? That is hilarious. Dragons have indestructible. Well, that's not good. Yeah, so let's just draw a card first. Maybe we'll draw our monument. No.
Insight is vital to success.
Mm-hmm. So they get to put 5 counters on it so they can kill my Ugin and gain 9 life. This thing's annoying. And they're going to get to search up a dragon. Indestructible. Oh my gosh. I'm going to lose this game. If I played this botanist, I could have attacked way more. Can't believe they're just playing all dragons here. Now this is a good card, and this is a good card. Oh, I messed this up. I could have flashed back an Unending Whisper. Oh, I feel so silly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can bring something back and play the Meringue River Regent. Sure. Are they going to cast the rebuff? Okay. So they have this as a blocker. I can kill these 2. And they block 3 and they die by a lot. Okay. I think I did that properly. I maybe I was supposed to do that slightly differently to play around the 1 mana counter spell, but we got the win. That's huge. We're still in it. We've at least secured a 50-50 win rate. These games have been tricky. Having answers for enchantments is really nice, so I'm glad I have at least one. I like to have at least one in my decks. Gosh. I almost killed their 2-mana artifact with Ugin. I just thought I could race it. Perhaps incorrect. I'm going to try this aggressive negotiations instead of the Agent of Codas and see how it feels. I just want to get like a tiny amount of reps with the card. I like to, even in my best decks that I just want to win trophies with, I want to get experimenting in and see how cards feel. Because I've had some folks tell me that card's pretty solid. Or better than it looks. Easy keep. I don't have black mana yet, but that's okay. The combo. Roiling Dragonstorm's a good one. Found the swamp. Nice. Play that and then flashback the Unending Whisper. Sure. Could have played Zig. I should have attacked first. Okay. Nicely done. I knew that would come in handy. Discard Island. I will need to find a second black source eventually for this. For now, though, I'm pretty okay. They're missing land drops. This thing can potentially flashback something later on, but for now, I'm going to probably go Tawny back, hold up counter. They get rid of a Sibsig Appraiser. Wow. Let's set up my top of my deck. Definitely going to take the removal spell. Yeah, I'll counter that. Seems about like a reasonable thing to do. These counter spells are so clutch. I considered playing Kishla Trawlers there. Might have just been better. Because then I'd have lethal here. Play around a counter spell, I guess. 3 lethal threats. Sure. Boom. Another win. The deck is cruising. What can I say? What can I say? Counterspelling their bomb rare wins me the game again. Don't sleep on that counterspell, folks. That card is great. My deck is cooking. I haven't cast Meringue River Regent a single time. Haven't needed to. We're saving it for the right match. Okay, this is a good hand. I wish I was on the play, though. For sure. They're mulliganing those, so that'll help me. That is not a sign of strength, let's be honest. Get rid of that guy so we have a big kill spell ready. Just what we hoped for. I'm gonna go get an island, I think. No, I'm gonna get a swamp so I can play the Rakshasa. And then I can Kishla Trawlers it back. Yeah, I'll keep the Meringue River Regent. Why not? Being short on blues costing me, though. All these forests I'm drawing. Sad day. So this is going to be a 2/4. And then wow. They're killing this guy and not the Rakshasa. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off. So they kept one of the cards on top. Oh no. So they think it's good enough that they can still win. Maybe it's just a kill spell? Yep. Just play a 4/4 that's a little bit hard to interact with. I don't get to hold on my counter spell, but I have lethal now. Boom! Another win. Nice. My deck is sweet. Both of these past couple games, the card that disrupts the hand would not have been good. I'm going to cut it from my deck. Despite never drawing it. What do I want instead? That card's fine. This card's fine. Maybe I just play one of these. I really don't like it, though. I'm just using this as an experimental slot. I feel like we're playing more grindy games than a game where an Agent of Cotus will win me the game. And now if I do mill the Ugin, I can play it. Nice. On the draw again, of course. Why not? Take the land. Just trying to get up to Ugin. Sure. It's pretty good. Looking pretty good here, at least. Almost got all my lands. Next turn I can go Rakshasa, Flashback, Unending Whisper. Huge value. So they're playing 5 colors. Nice. Ugin can exile the Gold Keeper, which is good for me. Sure. They want to kill a Sipsig Appraiser? How does my opponent not know that you don't have the discard? There's all the lands I need. I wish I could like tell them after the game that you don't have the discard. They're in Mythic. I don't understand. Well, that saved me. I think this is still correct, even though Ugin technically doesn't get its full value here. I can Rite of Renewal, bring back a couple permanents, shuffle these two in, if need be. Countering their 5-drops with your 2-drop is so good. Sure. Sure. Okay.
Heed my preparation. You, Tsar, will not allow my proj the wise. Heed my advice.
Sure. Bring back a couple Sibzigs. Sure. I should have shuffled their land in because I would like them to draw it.
Mine is the power of eons. Open your mind to possibility.
I feel like I might have messed that up slightly. But like, I don't know. I'm in really good shape here. It's just so hard to play perfectly when you have so many options. But I was pretty close. Got another win. This deck is awesome. Still Meringue River Regent count at 0. The value spell was pretty solid there. Ooh, for the trophy. That sit up in my chair was inadvertent. That wasn't like a scripted thing. That was just like, let's have this be the game where we cast the Meringue River Regent, shall we? Okay. We faced 3 mythics in a row. Rite of Renewal looking bad. This hand's much better. Yep. There's just enough fast decks where you have to be ready for them. This is a scary card to see. No. Why is my deck so slow? Also, how come I didn't win a single? I think I lost 3 die rolls in a row here down the stretch. Though I did win 2 of those games. Oh no, this means they have something else. Well, we tried. Yep. This is not the matchup for that card. I'd much rather have my Cotis here. I think this game's probably over. Especially because they're playing a 3-drop this turn. They probably have a kill spell. And meanwhile, I've just not had time to get anything going. Pretty bad draw against their deck. I have a lot of early plays that I could have drawn. Corey Steelcutter. LOL. Not only is this a fast matchup and I've drawn not my fast cards, but they've also had a unbelievable draw. Well, that's a bummer. You know, I really regret the way that that one finished up. And I will say that I meant to hit the battlefield. The 4-drop card was really horrific and would have been way better as like a Teamer devotee. Though it would not have saved me unless I drew it exactly on turn 2. We lost that one game, which we might have been able to eke out if I'd played my proper land to play the 2-3. We lost that one game. I don't even remember how we lost that game. I think we went to a late game scenario and didn't quite draw good cards. I don't remember. And then we lost that one. So pretty good getting to 6 wins with this deck. I mean, this deck was fantastic. Not to be too down, but we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 much better 2-drops. This card probably unnecessary because we were already good in late game scenarios. I just wanted to try it out. Probably should have been an Agent of Codis or maybe even a Teamer devotee. That's why I like sideboarding games, because I would have been able to make my deck so much better against them. I sideboard in this guy, 2 of these, and sideboard out like this. And then like my Unending Whispers and stuff. Make my deck a lot more clean and streamlined for those matchups, but that's how it goes. Still, 6 wins, not a terrible run, especially because I think I could have gotten that 7th with slightly more accurate land play. I don't feel as bad about that error, though, because that's the sort of thing I would never mess up in person. It's just like when you're playing on Arena, sometimes it's less clear what lands you have, and you just don't take that extra second sometimes. But yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag Ugin to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video, because Ugin is awesome. This Sultai deck was pretty sweet. I got to even try a few cards. The Rite of Renewal was in this slot. The Teamer Devotee was in this slot. The Aggressive Negotiations was in this slot. And the Agent of Codis was in this slot. So lots of interesting cards there. Agent of Codis might have been enough because I could have played the Agent and killed something with it using my Piercing Exhale. So yeah, it was a tough loss, but my opponent had a really good curve out on the play to end it up. So yeah, that's how it goes. Maybe if I'd been on the play, I could have won. Hard to say. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.